Yes, everybody, welcome back to the Irish Hotspur. Jack here, going to be reacting to the different predictions that have been sent in to me by my fellow Spurs fans from their respective channels. And we're going to try to spoil Nuno's party this Monday evening. They're on their path to the Champions League, Nottingham Forest, and we're just trying to gather up some wins in the Premier League to gather some type of confidence for our much bigger game against Bodo Glimt in that first leg of the semi-final. Can we upset Nuno's party? Let me know in the comments below. Do we have any confidence ahead of this game? They're a tough side. They're not an easy team to face. They're not that pretty on the eye, but boy, are they effective. So let me know, everybody, your score predictions in the comments below. And please, everybody, do check out these people's respective channels. Without further ado, let's get into this one. Let's see what Harry Scarf has to say. Big up to this guy. Always sending in the predictions nice and early. Never have to ask him. Very good man.
Having people, it's Forest this weekend. On the back of that amazing Frankfurt win, I mean, that's a performance to be proud of, boys. I'm really happy with that. And I bet yourself as a fellow YouTubers, you find it a lot easier talking about Spurs when they put in a performance like that. Just when you
100%.
start to all feel disconnected from the club, but the season was over, Spurs go and pull you in back, like that. It's fantastic to see. Proud of Ange and the players. But this Forest game, it doesn't mean that much in theory, but we can't kid ourselves. No one wants us to be 14th in the table. Listen, the league doesn't matter. All that matters for me is the Europa League. But if we can, without the cost or ruin, should I say, our Europa League campaign, if we can also find a way to still prioritise the Europa League, but get up the table, that would be fantastic. This is a huge game for Forest. I think Forest have had an excellent season. The wheels are falling off. Maybe we'll find out in the next couple of games. It's early, kind of days to say that, but certainly they've been poor of late. I think they'll still get over the line, even if they, limp over the line. I think they'll do it and get Champions League football. Incredible season. Sad that it didn't work out for Nuno at Tottenham. I think it was just a case of maybe it was the wrong manager, but certainly at the wrong time. In this game, I think it's going to be tough. It's very rarely a draw between these two sides in recent years, so I'm going to be bold and predict a draw. I'm going 1-1. Would love us to win.
I would love a 1-1. That would just be a great way to spoil, again, the Nuno party. I mean, kind of like Harry, I've sort of felt bad for Nuno to some extent. Maybe it's just the wrong manager at the wrong time, but I don't think he was actually a bad manager. In fact, when you look back on it with the benefit of hindsight, he's probably been Wolves' best manager in a long time. And he's clearly shown, with Nottingham Forest, that this guy, again, with maybe an unattractive play style, can still get wins and get points on the board. And you look at him compared to the rest of the other teams in that higher echelon of the Premier League, competing for the Champions League, they play a very different way to the rest of those sides, which makes them a tricky outfit. I'd love a draw, and we'll see how that one plays out. And to be honest, if they do end up dropping points to us, I do wonder if their Champions League hopes will start to go, because it is becoming neck and neck up there at that league table. But thanks to Harry Scarf. Please, everybody, check out Scarfy Spurs Talk. His channel will be linked in the comments down below. We're going to move on to Marlon from Spurs Kings TV. We'll see what he has to say.
Dave, Jack, hope you're well. It's Marlon from Spurs Kings TV, and it's my prediction for Forest. Well, couldn't have been more proud of the lads on Thursday. Mate, did you see that defensive display come in? I didn't, but bloody well done. But I did say the other week on Last One on Spurs, with Porro, Udogie, Van de Ven, Romero, and Vicario as a back five, we are likely to being able to keep a clean sheet. So well done to Ange for actually changing it up. The only negative thing to come out from the game was our attacking intent, which is a major issue. Our front three didn't really deliver on the night, but well done for Solanke getting the penalty, and great ball from Romero into Maddison. But for Forest for Monday, I think Forest are going for a bit of a blip at the moment. I think they're kind of going off the rails a little bit. So that's what I'm going to predict. I think we'll make changes. Not that we should, but I think we'll make some changes. And I think it's going to be Tottenham Hotspur 2, Nottingham Forest 2. And I've got a feeling that we'll go 2-0 up and let it slip. I'm more favourable for a win because I think Forest is slipping up. But I'm just going to go with Forest form and what they're fighting for. And I think that's what might come into play here. So I'm going Tottenham 2, Forest 2.
Back-to-back draw predictions from Marlon and Harry Scarf. Interesting that he's saying Spurs' attack, was not very good against, the likes of Frankfurt. I think similarly to the first leg, I don't know. I think there were some chances that we still missed. It's not like we were as scintillating going forward, but still think on that chance that Kulusevski had, Solanke was able to nod it through to him, and he just didn't take advantage of that. I thought that was really the opportunity to punch them in the mouth. And yes, Frankfurt probably had the better of the chances in the second leg, but maybe in the first leg, I'd say we had way more. So on the balance of things, I think Spurs did end up having more opportunities to get goals in both legs than the likes of Frankfurt. Again, like I'm saying, in the second leg, I thought Frankfurt were better than us, at least going forward, but they weren't as good as we were going forward in that first leg when we were playing at home. Then when it comes to Forest, they are slipping up a little bit, Marlon. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out with them, and we'll see if we can be those, kind of party upsetters. If we can be the team that can end up spoiling the Nuno party. There was something else I wanted to mention, but starting to forget it now. So big up to Marlon, Spurs Kings TV. Please, everybody, check that out now, and we'll move on swiftly now to Kate and Jimbo from Kate and Jimbo's channel.
Big up, Dave and Jack. This is Kate and Jimbo from
Kate and Jimbo. I keep thinking it's a trick question, but it ain't.
No, it's not. Coming to you with our match day prediction for Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest, the game we was actually supposed to be going to, but then Tottenham decided to move it from the Saturday to the Monday night, and we can't go. Boo. But Frankfurt midweek, what a game, what a feeling. Jimbo is still buzzing.
Yeah, you went on like fast forward there, started talking quicker.
Well, that's because I know we're limited amount of time.
Oh, sorry, right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
No, but did you enjoy Frankfurt?
Yeah, of course I did.
Yeah. Brilliant game.
Still buzzing from it.
Brilliant performances.
All
round. Hard to pick a man of the match. Just an all round brilliant team performance, and more of the same, please. Coming into the Forest game, Jim, how are you feeling? What do you think the score will be?
I think we'll smash them. 3-1.
3-1 for Jimbo. I think we'll win. I think the momentum will continue. 2-1.
And they're on a bit of a slump, aren't they?
A little bit, yeah. I think we'll go 2-1 win, but I think hopefully to see some wholesale changes from Ange and give the kids a chance, because we need to make sure we don't get any injuries before the game on the 1st of May against Bodo Glimt. But yeah, hoping for some winning momentum, Jimbo.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I think we win. We won't lose till the end of the season now.
Do you think we'll beat Liverpool away?
I think we're back.
We're back,
well,
baby.
Anyway, have a lovely Easter, everyone. And as always, come on, you Spurs!
The best couple on Spurs YouTube. That's what I wanted to mention, actually. Sorry to Marlon, and thanks to Kate and Jimbo for reminding me, was the changes. The fact that Marlon mentioned he kind of doesn't want to see any changes. I heard that from some other Spurs fans in one of our live streams, and I'm curious about that. Like, I feel like we should be expecting some changes. I'd like to see some changes. We need to focus on resting these guys for the Europa League games. We don't need to push them any further. If they have any sort of, I don't know, swollenness, or what I'm trying to say. It's a little late for me even recording this on Easter. But if there's any injuries, if there's any guys that are a little tired, maybe some cramps or anything like that, you don't want to risk that type of stuff. You want to try to get these guys in the best possible shape for the game on May 1st, for that first leg. So I don't know. Like, I think, making changes is a good thing, but I'm curious why maybe Marlon and maybe some others don't want to see any changes. Let me know if someone falls in that camp. Why don't you want to see any changes for this game on Monday? I feel like, I would be all right with them for the most part. I'd be all right with actually a whole host of changes. Hate to say it, but please let me know, everybody. They've gone for a win, and it looks like Kate as well and is going to go for wins for the rest of the season, now that she's next to Jimbo, and Jimbo's saying we're not going to lose until the rest of the season. So big up to that guy. Please, everybody, check out their channel, Kate and Jimbo, please.
Hi, this is Dermot, aka Dermatron from THFC till I die, home, Tottenham, past, present, and exciting future under this team that's going to win us the Europa League, and we're going to win that in style. This is my match day prediction for Tottenham versus Nottingham Forest on Monday. Look, I think Tottenham should go into the game very confidently. Look, why shouldn't we? We come off that brilliant Frankfurt display, brilliant Frankfurt win into the semi-finals. We should be brimming with confidence, and I think it's a game we can win. It is the return of Nuno. He's done very well with Forest this year. Forest are half-flying, but it shows the season in a whole where it's been topsy-turvy. It has been. The Premier League has been all over the place. The likes of us and Man United are down in the bottom half, and the likes of other teams that fight for European places, and the Forest up there fight for the Champions League. So it's been a funny old season. But I will be going for a Tottenham 3-0 win. We're going to whop them. We're going to come back with all the confidence. And look, whatever happens, if Ange stays, Ange goes, I want a good end to the season. And the end of that season is winning that Europa League and finishing the season as highly as we can. And let's end the season on the high and start next season the way we mean to go on to do the business. Guys, like and subscribe. Come on, you Spurs. We are going to win the Europa League.
Dermo, if we're going to win the Europa League, I think Ange is staying in the job. And at the end of the day, I think Ange has bought himself plenty of time here. The fact that he has gotten himself to a semifinal means they're definitely going to give him both legs against Bodo Glimt. And we'll see what happens from there. But then there are only so many Premier League games left. If he does end up getting knocked out by Bodo Glimt, would they really sack him with only a couple of games left in the season? I'm not sure. But let me know, everybody, in the comments below. I think Ange has pretty much bought himself time for the rest of the season, and then Spurs and the board will make the decision from there. He's gone for, I think, a 3-1 win is what I heard. When I check back on the league table, I will take a look at that. By the way, everybody, forgot to upload the league table, but I have updated it. I forgot to upload it to this OBS stream, but I did update it. And Dermatron, by the way, got a perfect 1-0 prediction against Frankfurt away from home for the mighty Tottenham Hotspurs. That guy is doing very, very well now in the league table after that perfect prediction. So shout out to him. And we're going to end things off with Alex, the box office. But please, everybody, do check out THFC Till I Die. Now we're going to end things off with Alex, the box office.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another prediction for you today for the Nottingham Forest game on Monday night under lights at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Under the lights.
And my prediction is Tottenham drawing 1-1.
Oh.
The reason for this, could the real Tottenham Hotspurs please stand up? I will repeat it. Can the real Tottenham Hotspur please stand up? Because I don't know what it is. And I never know what it is. Now I'm starting to say that we should be winning Europa League. That's madness. Absolute madness. When this team is the most up and down team I've ever seen in my whole life. And Maron Postecoglou must have so many lives. He's a troll. That's all I've got to say, and that's it. Coming from your boy, Mr. Box Office, the main event, the Professor of Truth and Entertainment, the ratings killer, Jack's nightmare, and everyone's guilty pleasure. And if you don't know, get to know.
What a legend. He's gone for a happy clapper prediction there, actually, Alex, because he's gone with the same prediction that Harry Scarf did. I know also Marlon gave us a draw prediction as well, and Kate and Jimbo, as well as Dermatron, were the only ones who give us wins, but there were no lost predictions, so plenty of greens all around on the thumbnail. Please, everybody, do check out Box Office channel. Funny that he's, so confused by Tottenham Hotspur at the moment. I mean, plenty of people that probably wanted Ange gone might be very confused by this Tottenham team. The fact that they did pick up such a big win, in my opinion, against a very good Frankfurt team. And also, it's nice to see two sides of Spurs. The team that should have won 3-1, in my opinion, in the first leg. And then the second leg, they did the job. They were able to grind it out. They showed a different side to themselves that we haven't seen very much under Ange Postecoglou. But please, everybody, join us on Monday evening for the watch along, for the pre-match build-up. Do check out as well Dave's predicted lineup. Give me again your score predictions down below, and do check out these people's respective channels. Enjoy your Easter, enjoy your holidays. If you're also as well having a bank holiday on Monday or an extra holiday day, please enjoy that as well. We'd love to see you join us for all the match day festivities on Monday. But come on, you Spurs. See you next time.